Hey there, everyone. I'm Round the Wheel,
And I'm Brisulph.
and we're back on Dire Docks. Dire Docks.
The Dire Docs.
Everyone play a game. Guess which one of us is from Texas.
Me?
It's me.
Oh.
And I believe I'm going for 100 coins on this one. Because this is the pole jumping one. This is where you're supposed to do it. This is like one of the only ones that requires any strategy about where you think about where to go.
Yeah, pretty much.
In order to get the 100 red coins, you have to think and be like, okay, what's the optimal, I guess,
Order?
level for this? Yeah. Yeah, which level do I want to jump into? I was about to say action scene.
Action scene?
Because that's technically what they were called in Mario 3 if you read the manual, which I did over and over again.
I probably read it a bunch, but that was back in the 90s and late 80s.
Yeah, that game came out when I was like 5, and I think I used the notes section to write a note to Nintendo.
Nice.
Because that's what it was for. It was the notes. Like, dear Nintendo, your game is pretty great. I wouldn't change anything about it. Love, Jesse.
Wow. And did you press ham on there for them too, or what?
Some.
Okay, fair enough. Just some.
Don't get greedy, Martin.
Here is some 6-year-old bottom for you. Enjoy.
Rub it in there.
You are such a one-up whore, it's unbelievable.
I don't actually go get that one, though.
I thought you got it there when you got hit.
Nope.
Oh.
Even not all one-ups are worth it.
Whoa, hold a minute. Who are you, and what have you done with Round the Wheel?
You have to consider sometimes which ones are worth it and which ones are not. Most of them are worth it. Like 99% of one-ups are totally worth it.
No, they're not.
Yeah. The idea is to just so thoroughly conquer the game that you never feel in danger of losing lives.
And that's...
It's like what you would want for your family. You try to make so much money that they'll always be comfortable. You think that way when you play a video game.
I guess I've always subscribed to the risk-reward thing, where unless the reward significantly outweighs the risk you're facing, it's not worth it. Even if there's minimal risk, if it's a reward of one life, is it worth risking dying? And the answer is no.
But they add up. They add up.
Yes, you get the easy ones, and they still add up.
Right.
So you don't go for the ones that are...
But most of them are easy to get, or they're, they're not too difficult to get. I mean, I can't think of many one-ups that I wouldn't try to, figure out how... if it's way up high on a ledge, I'm going to try to figure out how to get it.
Well, it depends. Do you have safety under that ledge?
See, I examine those things.
But
if I do, I'm going to sit
them.
there and... Yeah, if I do, I sit there, if I have, a safety net, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to figure out how to go for the one-up. Because it's there. It's there to be gotten.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's what people are like. People complain about New Super Mario Brothers 2. They're all like, I don't want to get 1,000,000 coins. This is boring. But they're there to be gotten, so just go get them, Don't...
Speaking of coins...
I find it really annoying when people question the underlying, motivation for that game. Like, oh, Mario has decided greed is good. And, no, they're coins. I mean, the game is not centered around them, even though they kind of made it...
Okay, I'm sorry. People are complaining about Mario's motivations, and in this case it's greed, and that's bad. They are aware he got his start by dropping a huge humanoid turtle into lava, right? They are aware of this. That was his motivation was, I'm going to burn this guy alive because he kidnapped the princess of a magical kingdom, and I'm from Brooklyn. I just want to just putting that out there. That it seems pretty hypocritical.
I've read these things. These are things I've actually read. I'm not making this up. People talking about stuff like this. People, this is kind of where games analysis has gone. It's like people talk about these things now. It's like people think that some games need to start getting serious, and so we need to start thinking about, which is true to a point, but we don't really need to think about things like Mario's motivation. I don't give a shit about that.
No, and it's a Super Mario Brothers game. It's not Mario ponders, should I be really greedy and try to make the Fortune 500 list? That's not what it's called.
Exactly.
It's just collect 1,000,000 coins. Do it.
It's just, yeah, there's no motivation of greed behind it. It's like this is what it's just something they put out there for you to do. You know, they never really thought before. Oh, hey, we kind of put these coins in a game. You know, for better or for worse. You know, New Mario Brothers 2 is always going to be the one about the coins.
Yeah, that's true.
Just
like Super Mario Sunshine is all about the suck. Bam! There's I did it. I didn't shoehorn that in there at all. What are you talking about?
And people to actually talk about this game for a minute.
Oh, do we have to do that?
Yeah, some. people complain about the camera in Mario 64, but it's bang on in this level.
Oh yeah, they do a very good job.
Absolutely perfect.
They do a very good job at certain points of where you can swing it around and you get yourself lined up perfectly for when you are jumping between poles and stuff. They tend to do a very good job there. It's just certain ledges that you are narrowish that you have to walk across, and camera decides to go winky wonky. That's where you get screwed.
You know, if they had used an 8-direction camera for the whole game, I don't think anybody would have complained.
Probably not.
Because it's really useful right there.
And instead, we got a drunken Lakitu.
What, the drunken Lakitu brothers?
See, here's the thing. What was Nintendo?
One day I'm gonna cut to technical difficulties, and I'm gonna play Spanish Flea while there's like Lakitu going in the background.
See, here's the thing. This game says to me that Nintendo was making light of alcoholism with the camera and Lakitu and how he just can't seem to get it steadily held most of the time. So really, they're just saying all camera operators are alcoholics. That's what Nintendo meant with this.
And you know, when it comes to like movies and TV and stuff, I'm not even that big a proponent of the whole turn your brain off game thing. But there's literally nothing to think about in games like this. You just go and you do it, and it's fun. You know, it's an interactive experience, and you control a guy, and your brain makes all these inputs. You know, because that's what every game boils down to: is you got to make such and such amount of input. You know, you got to make these sequences of button inputs, and when you make the correct chain of them, you win the game. That's all the thinking I ever do. I love that glitch.
I do too. The first time I ever saw it was when you did this series in the past.
I did it on purpose this time because I remember doing it last time, and so I was like, might as well.
And also, another thing that Nintendo was trying to say with this game, just going on with the let's overanalyze everything.
Oh,
they're saying
yes.
they're just saying switches are there to be stomped on. They're trying to tell you that if you feel you're better than something, you should just stomp it into the ground. Nintendo is full of a bunch of sick fucks.
And you know, I'm all for more analysis in games. There are great websites like Gameological and Polygon just launched. And Gameological was actually where I read that whole Mario greed thing.
Like one thing,
which is really weird because they're normally great about that stuff. You know, they do some really good analysis into games, but then they carried it over to Mario, and it's like it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it's Mario. I mean, if you're looking for a deep meaning, you're really looking in a shallow puddle. You know what I mean? Like, there's no...
You're wasting your time.
There's no deeper meaning. It's just a Mario game.
Yeah, there's... You know, I'd be cool with Mario games changing it up every now and then, you know. They don't always have to go save the princess or whatever. But, you know, people complain about that, and I'm like, yeah, okay, you know, it could stand to be, like, a different thing. Like, maybe Mario is just going out on this adventure because... whatever. Like, there's no princess saving in Star Scavenger.
There's no princess saving. There's no princess saving in Super Mario 2. He has a dream and he goes and helps the subcons. Come on.
Yeah, see, you know, you change it up every now and then. And I can see people, you know, getting tired of Peach getting captured all the time. But, you know...
And speaking of that, something that has bothered me for a long time...
Hey, look, I did it the right way.
Yeah, you're actually going to swim into the thing and get it?
No.
Oh, you're such a wank. Anyway... Just to get onto something that people often say, oh, Nintendo has no imagination and they don't change things up and they don't... Mario's always the same and, you know, Zelda's always the same. The games are always the same thing. It's formulaic. I say to them, some of my favorite games on the NES are Zelda 2, Mario 2. And those games, what do they get from the fans at large? It's too different.
Yeah.
It's too strange.
Too hard.
It's too hard. It's not the right thing. And now all they do is they bitch about how it's just the same thing over and over again. It's like, well, you guys shit on the ones that are different.
When they tried to do something different, you totally castigated them for it.
Exactly.
So that's why when they did the same thing over and over again. When Link to the Past. That'd be a great name for like a nostalgia type look back.
Yeah, I think so.
Wink to the Past. Wink. But
yeah, Link to the Past. They went back to the original Zelda formula, but they expanded it, so that was okay. I like Link to the Past. It's a very good game.
You know, I'm pretty much okay with a lack of originality as long as it's done well.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you execute, not everything has to be groundbreaking and super original. You know, if something does its job well, then you don't really have to. You can't really dock it for. Then you're just looking for things. Then you're just fishing.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I went to a Mario 64 video and a game of Superman 64 broke out.
Uh-oh.
Bam! Flying through rings, except you're swimming, but whatever.
I saw a playthrough of that game not too long ago. No, it was a video of the beta version, which was way better than the finished one.
I'm not even sure how that happens.
I'm not either. It's like, do they just throw everything out the window and we're done downstairs now? We're going up finally.
Hooray!
Moving on up
to the top side.
to the third floor.
Jumping through staircases. That was never gonna work. That was never gonna work. You were kidding yourself.
No.
Jam the key in there. Jam it in good.
Oh,
yeah. Now twist it. Oh yeah.
Oh.
So gross.
That was satisfying.
Oh, you didn't do the shortcut up through the roof.
I thought about it, but I'm really no good at it.
Wet Dry World? No, I love Wet Dry World.
No, going in order. Moving on to Snowman's Land. That's number 9.
Is that really I do this one like after I do that one and Tall Mountain. I do everything in the circle out there first.
This is technically the next one, or 10 rather.
Yeah.
Dar Docks is 9. This is 10.
Huh.
And then Tall Mountain's 11, and Wet Dry World is 12.
Yeah, I knew Tall
But see,
was...
that's great. See, that's so great. This game is so non-linear that you didn't even know that there was a proper order.
Like, I've never paid attention to the course numbers on there. I think the only time I ever did it all was setting up that guide with Dave.
Probably, yeah. Oh, so which one's better, Cool Mountain or Snowman's Land?
See, that's tough because I don't like the level design in here, but I like the stars better here, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I don't like this level area design, but I like the stars. Oh, damn, that was close.
Yeah, that was almost pretty dumb.
Were you just checking for the igloo in case you could just go there?
I thought about doing that one first, but I was a good boy.
Nice.
Because that one's a gimme. That's like the easiest star in the game.
True. There's plenty of easy stars in the game. Oh no.
Is it an ice ant or a snow flea?
We get it, Nintendo. It's Snowland.
As if to say that ants and fleas couldn't survive in these temperatures. Well, probably they can.
Just walk through. You'll be fine.
I always mess this up at least once.
Yeah, it's not easy. I usually just use a cannon and shoot up here.
The penguin likes to fuck around. Oh yeah. There he goes.
And your hat's gone. And
that's the easiest hat one to get back.
Well, yeah.
Because nobody actually steals it.
That's true. Not like Klepto.
Hello,
actually, this is technically the easiest one to get here.
Oh, the igloo. Oh, the igloo, the one up on the hill. I thought you were talking about that thing. That thing's the deep freeze, okay.
Yeah,
I got it mixed up.
No, that's the ice house.
Oh,
Duh!
The ice house?
I always call it the ice house.
Oh.
And also another easy one to get is the bully over here, too.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, you can actually...
In fact, next episode is kind of short because...
Whoa! Whew! Dude!
Too hot for TV.
That's a purse, I was going to say. Don't run into that.
I think the actual name of the enemy is Wallet.
Well, whatever. Same thing. It holds money.
Wally the Wallet. I hate this water.
Yeah, that water drains you in a hurry.
And it doesn't regenerate when you jump out.
Well, no, that's because it's ice water. I mean, if
Nintendo was smart, they would have put that the whole game.
All I'm saying is that Well, no, it drains your life just being in it, so you can't do that. But all I'm saying is that if icy water regenerated you, then all those Titanic people probably would have been fine.
Oh, it's been long enough. We can laugh.
It's been 100 years. I think I'm clear. South Park said it's 22 point something years.
22.3 years.
That's what it is.
Officially funny.
That's a pretty good episode, actually. I like that one a lot.
Was that the AIDS one?
Yeah, Jared has AIDS, and he ends up beating the horse with a bat at the dead horse. So good.
Oh, man. I don't watch South Park much anymore, but...
This season, the season's been pretty mixed. Although the one they just did the other day was all about... What are you doing, Penguin? You were such a dick. the one the other day was... nice editing.
Space-time jump.
Teleport! But
there was a lot of messing up in there that nobody wants to see.
Oh no, they love seeing messing up. Just look at my classic moment list. It's rife with Brisulph screwing up.
Over and over again.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's gonna do it though for today. Gonna jump up here and grab this thing and be really scaredy cat pants about it.
Oh no, but I have to finish the South Park thing. Oh my god!